What's going on, guys? Welcome to a trade review. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record this trade because during the time I was busy. I was actually at work, so I'll just show you where I entered, where I put my stop loss, and how I positioned my trade. So this was during non-farm payroll on Friday. I entered the trade at 8:18. That's just before the news release, and then I had my stop loss below here. Remember, I was expecting higher prices. If you've been watching my daily reviews, you'll know this. But I positioned my stop loss specifically below this low here because I was anticipating to enter at this fair value gap. And I did place a trade while I was on my phone. I checked it. I saw where we were at. We were obviously around at this candle here. I was waiting for a break higher, but obviously you can see how we wicked down, took out stops below here, and I'm just lucky. Well, not lucky, but I was smart enough to put my stop below this candle because, as you know, non-farm payroll, when you have these big whipsaw events that cause a big expansion in the market, this could have wicked down to even this fair value gap down here. So that's why I put my stop loss there. I didn't because I didn't anticipate price to come back into here because I saw this as a breakaway gap. And then yeah, we'll drop back down to the minute and we'll take a better look at price action. So we traded through, and then obviously 8:30 news release. We trade lower, trade back higher, and then you can see we get a nice pullback. The ideal entry, as in if I was at the charts at the time I entered, would have been in this fair value gap here. You can see we pull right back into it, trade back into this range. So this would have been the ideal entry. I would have put my stop loss below there at that point. And then you can see I've also casted up to -1. So from this range to this low, we have a breaker because we have a swing low here, a swing high, and a lower low. So this candle here is actually the breaker, which is why I've casted that higher. And you'll find that if we just move over to the rest of the day, that's where we trade up to. We don't actually hit it though, which is quite interesting, but that's just something to take note of. And then I got out of my position here. Again, unfortunately, I was away from the chart, so it was a matter of me just checking on my phone. And then as soon as I realized we were above this buy side liquidity, which happened to be like an hour later, as soon as I realized we were above buy side liquidity, I just got out because I was like, okay, liquidity's been swept. I could have held on for the rest of the day, but you can see we didn't really move much higher anyway. If I was at the charts, what I would have done different, well, first of all, I would have waited for the event to happen and then anticipated this retracement. You can see we traded into this fair value gap, which is a 15 minute? I think it's 15 minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, this 15-minute fair value gap I did mark out on the Thursday review, so go check that out. So as I was saying, if I was at the charts, I would have entered here, put my stop loss below here because you can see we've already traded to the fair value gap, and then I would have took off 50% of my position at this buy side liquidity. Why is this buy side liquidity? We have relative equal highs. Sorry guys, my charts are all over the place. Relative equal highs, this swing high here and this swing high here. This creates relative equal highs. So I would have taken out 50% as soon as we traded above here, and then I would have left the rest for us to run up into this massive fair value gap that you can see rest in here. So I probably would have got out around the same place anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to state with the trade. But if you go on to, I've also got another trade execution that I did that's already out. I posted that yesterday. There's a extended version and a sped up version because it was like an hour long video. So make sure to check that out. I'll leave the link below. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.